The courtroom fell silent as Judge Harold Brennan looked down from his bench with a sneer that could curdle milk. His eyes landed on the young black woman standing at the defendant's table dressed in a crisp business suit, her posture military straight despite the contempt radiating from above. "Well, well," he drawled, his voice dripping with condescension. "Another one who thinks she's above the law." The defendant, Maya Richardson, said nothing. She simply met his gaze with calm, unwavering eyes. This only seemed to infuriate Judge Brennan more. "You people always think the rules don't apply to you," he continued, shuffling through papers without really reading them. "Traffic violations, failure to appear, and now you waltz in here 3 months late expecting what? Mercy?" The prosecutor, a young man fresh out of law school, shifted uncomfortably. Even he could sense something was off about the judge's tone. But Judge Brennan was known for this. For 23 years, he'd ruled his courtroom like a personal kingdom, and his prejudices were an open secret that no one dared challenge. He was untouchable, or so he thought. "Your Honor," Maya began, her voice steady and professional, "if I may explain the circumstances—" "You may not," Brennan snapped, slamming his gavel. "I've heard every excuse in the book from defendants like you. I forgot. I was confused. The system is unfair." "Well, let me tell you something, young lady. The system works just fine for people who follow it." A few spectators in the gallery exchanged uncomfortable glances. Maya's public defender, an exhausted-looking woman with too many cases and not enough time, stood up weakly. "Judge Brennan, my client has a valid reason for her absence. She was deployed—" "Deployed?" Brennan laughed. Actually laughed. "What, deployed to the unemployment office? To another state to avoid responsibility?" He leaned forward, his face reddening. "I'm sick and tired of these made-up excuses. This defendant shows complete disrespect for this court, for the law, and frankly, for basic decency." Maya remained perfectly still. Her jaw tightened almost imperceptibly, but otherwise, she showed no reaction. This was a woman who had been trained to maintain composure under pressure far greater than a small-town judge with a superiority complex. "I'm holding you in contempt," Brennan declared, his voice rising. 30 days in county jail, plus fines, plus— "Your Honor," Maya's voice cut through his tirade like a blade. It wasn't loud, but it carried an authority that made everyone in the courtroom straighten. "I respectfully request to present my credentials before you pass sentence." Brennan's face twisted with irritation. "Your credentials? What credentials could you possibly—" But Maya was already reaching into her jacket pocket. The bailiff tensed, his hand moving instinctively toward his weapon, but Maya's movements were slow and deliberate. She pulled out a small leather wallet and flipped it open, holding it up for the judge to see. The change in Judge Brennan's expression was instantaneous. His ruddy complexion drained to the color of ash. His mouth, which had been twisted in a sneer, went slack. The wallet contained a badge and identification card that read, "Captain Maya Richardson, Judge Advocate General's Corps, United States Navy." As I was attempting to explain, Maya continued, her voice now carrying the full weight of her authority, I was unable to appear at my originally scheduled court date because I was deployed to Naval Station Rota in Spain, providing legal counsel to service members. I returned stateside 4 days ago and appeared at the earliest possible opportunity. The courtroom was so quiet you could hear the hum of the fluorescent lights. The prosecutor had gone pale. The public defender's mouth hung open, and Judge Brennan looked like a man watching his entire world crumble. "Furthermore," Maya continued, pulling out a folder from her brief,